Okay. Yeah? Alright, good morning. We are Sirin and Vav in Sivches, dealing with Treifos of Tzomet HaGidin of the cut tendons by the leg. Ches, ba'of, heim be'etzem emtzai. By a chicken, by a bird, the Tzomet HaGidin's by the middle of the polka. Shemova Behem. Behem Yud Vav. There are 16 Gidim. Ve'im Nifsak Rubo Shel Echad Mehem Treifa. That was a very complicated thing that that by birds, if one of the Gidim is cut, Rubo Shel Echad is Treif. So it's very complex. Now the truth I saw once that to find the 16 is actually hard to count the 16. I do know. I do remember. Correct me, but I do remember that when they were trying to figure it out here, they couldn't figure it out, and I think it was Ramach, but however, had a Masor from Teiman how to find the 16. And I've seen like the video, like he 1, 2, 3, like he showed like there's like an extra whatever. He had a Messiah from Teiman how to count the 16. Test Sima Makum Shikalim Tzomet HaGidin. The place by the bird where the Treifos stops being on the polka, but Kesimanu Bein Medaka, that where the Gidim, where the tendons start getting soft. Hagav Vishabaki, the Shire Yuchol the Shar B'Chol, someone who understands these things, that he can figure out. And any bird, if he godloi, if he ktano kolzvan shem kashim, have it Tzomet HaGidin, as long as they're hard, there's Tzomet HaGidin. Lo have it Tzomet HaGidin, simply where the place where they get soft, it's not Tzomet HaGidin. Misheinu baki the Shire, Yishayir Baruch of Etzba. Someone can't figure it out, should do Baruch of Etzba. But from the point where it's from like the joint there, it's a Baruch of Etzba. The Tzomet HaGidin is never higher than the halfway up the leg, from the rokeach. So this is the kud I mentioned yesterday that by Shulchan talks about by turkeys, that the emphasis is that the feed the rokeach, that the Tzomet HaGidin by a turkey is not going to be higher than chetzi and tzai, even if the gidim are don't soften up at any point until the top. They say that with a turkey it can, when turkey kick can break people's bones. It's something to he does not want to trifle with. But so if you can't figure it out, it's also if it has to be, it's halfway up, and that's it. So anu ein bekim in bedikas Tzomet HaGidin. We actually are not bucky in checking Tzomet HaGidin sha'of. The kosher livdoik. It's hard to figure out. There's 16 of them. Ubakal hu nitraf. Well, cut a little bit of one, boom. Anytime you see that there's a wound by the Tzomet HaGidin, I feel in Iraq nefuach. Even if it's just swollen and you see there's a bruise there, since it's going, you need to check it over there. Now, I didn't look into it. I should have spoken to Emil to look into it. It could be he can send a note or something. Nowadays, we saw by the video of the Shechita, they do check Tzomet HaGidin because since they the chickens are bioengineered to have a lot of extra meat by the chazeh, by the chicken breast to have nice schnitzel, and so they're much more top heavy than they were. So the Rechoshish of Tzomet HaGidin, if they walk, they break the tendons. And the truth is, I don't know. It says we're not bucking Tzomet HaGidin. So what do? I don't know. I think as far as I understand, in America, Chutz La'aretz, they don't check Tzomet HaGidin because unless it's a reisa, we're not bekim, so you don't have to check it. even if you say it's a mira matzah or you're choshesh, but but achopanim it's a chiyuv. The check it here, the Mahadran Hechsher and check it here. You saw he went ahead and put his finger behind the tendons and pulled it, and the foot moved. I don't know. That's not the bedika which the Ramah is talking about, that we're not bekiv in Tzomet HaGidin, because you're talking about whether it's nifsak a little bit and whatever. Could be this bedika is just to check that it is able to walk. I don't know. I will have to mavar it. I'm not sure. I should have looked into it, but I didn't. I did not. Akopanim. Akopanim is. I guess it's common enough that they hold the mira matzuri that they have to check that it could walk, which could be that's a little bit different than checking if the Tzomet HaGidin was torn. We'll have later on the fulo where you have to check and see if the animal can walk. So it could be if the animal can't walk, it's a treifos b'etzem. Tzomet HaGidin is different, but I'm not sure. If the bone broke by the area of the Tzomet HaGidin, and it healed up, Nishmatirim, and those who are matir, as long as the flesh around the broken area looks fine. Some say were choishish, that if it broke, that if the bone broke over there, that it broke the Tzomet HaGidin as well, or there was oiker, whatever it was. The chain ikar lidan eno became bedikas ha'oif treifa. We're not so bucky in checking the treifos of a bird, so therefore we answer it until if it broke over there, the point of Ramah is also finished, because we don't know how to check, and that's that's it. And that's the Graf says, and that's the ikar by any teku, any suffix, any teku in the Gemara, anything by Treifos is the chumrah. So that's a general rule by all Treifos and by all Yisurim. That anytime there's a suffix, again we've had this numerous times in Hilchos Treifos, suffix l'chumrah, there's suffix d'araisa, if there's a reisa, if there's a way to get out of it, where you have a tzliya, then it can be toilim. But over here we don't know how to check it, so that doesn't that comes also. Siman and Zayim. I'm getting into Hilchos of Drusa. Drusa Pirush Hadrisa hi hakal shehike hachaya o ha'ov b'tzipornayim treifa. Drusa is something which we don't understand exactly how it works. Is that when a predator attacks a smaller animal, attacks an animal with its nails, like it punctures it with its nails, it becomes treifa. We'll see later on that it really depends on intent. The animal is trying to go ahead and hit it, and Lashon Chazal gives, or Rashi gives eres in its claws. It's a little bit unclear exactly how it is. L'maisa it's treif. L'maisa there's simanim. We'll see of Drusa, and there's different rules and laws in Halach Moshe Sinai. Even if science doesn't really understand how it happens, this is this Chazal understood it. Bez Hashem will understand it at some point. But the way I was thinking, maybe you could say that, like, the idea the idea of intent is that that someone sometimes by plants if a person's angry, the plants don't grow well. If there's negative emotions, positive emotions, so it could be also by animals. It could be also if it's hit, if the predator hits the animal, smacks the animal with intent to hurt it or to kill it. So either something happens either with the intent and with the pachad of that the animal has, it causes some sort of damage. Anyway, akopanim, the local chaya of shoving b'drisasa. Not every chaya or of not every predator is the same idea of drisa. Ela ma'alos yesh. It's different levels. Ketzad ha'ari yeshel drisa afilu b'shor gadol u'b'gasa shebechayos. A lion has drisa on everything, has in the shore, even in a large shore, even if the shore is bigger than him, right? The shore can be bigger than a lion u'b'gasa shebechayos. Buffalo or or bison or any of these things. Not that there's lions by America, but whatever. Al Kapanim, it would be it has drisa by it. It hits with it if it whacks it with his claws. Hazev eno drisa b'behem agasa. A wolf does not have a drisa by behem agasa, right? By only by a field of tanashim, even by a calf. From Bagolim, aval yesh lo drisa bedaka, but it has drisa by a daka. Field of gdolish bedaka, kvasim gedolim is a large sheep, large rams. The zev is a predator for those, and therefore it has drisa by them. Question is, we'll see in a second. Chatul v'numia v'shual enam drisa b'kvasim gedolim, a cat, or in the Miyas, I think it's a larger type of cat, like bobcat or something a little bit bigger than that. Shual or a fox, enam drisa b'kvasim gedolim, evaluation drisa b'gdim v'talayim by baby goats, v'talayim or by lambs. Kol shekain v'chol ha'ofos. Kol shekain, they're predators for these things. Chulda enam drisa.
Big giant wild turkey.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about an ostrich. Well, ostrich is not kosher anyway, but yeah, because I guess, like I said, the idea is that this is a predator for that animal, so that's some reason that. Yeah. Chulda, I remember seeing once, a cat in the, when I was a kid in my backyard, a bird was attacking it, whack, with its paws, and the bird died, whatever. That's what happens. That's chulda eina drisa b'behema klal. A chulda is not a rat. You see in the Achronim, it says everywhere a rat is. Some Sefer talks about it. Other Achronim, a rat is an achbar. Is by the Lashon Chazal is just a large achbar. A chulda is a weasel, but the kasha the Achronim add chulda ein drisa b'behem klal. Feel b'gdim v'talayim, even talayim v'yesha drisa b'chol ha'ofos, has drisa by birds. Feel b'gasa shabem, even by a turkey. So, but the question they ask is, well, chulda is a sheretz, so how does it have drisa? Again, drisa is with its front paws. Is a little, they're cute, but an ermine, a mink, but chupanim, definitely, I said the rat definitely not doesn't have front paws. So what are we talking about over here? So they said that the lashon is chulda de sanai. It's like a large one that has paws. Truth be told, I looked it up a little bit, and it could be it's talking about there are larger weasels. A badger is also in the family of weasels, and a badger does attack, and badger has big claws. So it could be it's including a badger, or that could be that's a chulda the snai, which is not the regular chulda the sheretz that go close to the ground, or a ferret, I don't know, whatever, but a larger one like a badger would have drisa halaofos. Kelev ein lo drisa klal fil ba'ovtoch, which may Sinai. A dog does not have drisa at all. Even ba'ofos does not have drisa. Doesn't do drisa. Oh, it's also which may Sinai. Kibanu lashon gemara is a bias. Is a kibanu that this is the din kacha. Even though zev does, but I don't know if you have a hybrid. If you have a zev and hybrid, dog hybrid which they have. I don't know what the kilaim. I don't know. It is kilaim. I don't think it's kilaim, but I don't. But I don't know. I don't know what the din is. You get into choshish zera av, and you get a lot of interesting things you can start clearing. Yeah, any dog. If unique of Chihuahua also, whatever. Unique of ad halal. But if a kelev attacks and the claws of the dog, it pierces the animal, so then it's just like any other needle or thorn that goes in, whatever the din we had before. Shar chayos temeos kol she'en agasa me'azev, anything which is not larger than a zev, ein adrisa b'gdola shebedaka b'kvasim v'izim. It doesn't have drisa by anything bigger than a kvasim v'izim. Afilu higasa kezev, even if it's larger kezev, aval yesha drisa b'gedim v'talayim, but it has drisa b'gedim v'talayim. Kol shekain b'ofos. Even haysa gasa me'azev, the discussion in the place about bears. Bear, the chorus is coming to include bears and other, large, wild cats, leopards, and things like that. Tigers. If it's gasame as a ev dina kazeev. Some say bears. No, v'yeshla drisa bedaka. A little bit gasa, feeling dola ka'ari. However, they do say bears do have anything like they do say that bears do have, and the other large cats are doma to a lion. We're talking about something like, say, a hyena or something. I don't know, the tabua, something like that, which is bigger than a zev, but the chara wouldn't have drisa, but the bears would have drisa by the other animals. The field higdol kari, v'haisa gasa yesa me'ari kari yesha drisa. Bakol, anything which is larger than, like I said, a bear, polar bear, I don't know, whatever. The tiger would have drisa, bakol. Hagav yesh b'chmirin od kol shehi mezev v'lomayl yesh drisa fil v'himagasa v'yesh lachosh l'chumra, anything which is larger than a zev, I don't know, by a hyena, or they have other predators, around different parts of the world. Open up your zoology books, I don't know, whatever. L'chosh l'chumra. Even and then a dog, even if it's like a German Shepherd or a Rottweiler. Any of these things, it's not drisa. They attack with the mouth, they attack with whatever, but they don't have drisa. Kol ofos ein lahem drisa b'behema afilu b'gdim v'talaim. Any bird of prey does not have drisa by animals. Mehanetz sheyesh chutz mehanetz. So for hawk sheyesh lo drisa b'gdim v'talaim, it does have drisa b'gdim v'talaim. Hu sheyikov v'tziparno. The base of halal, that's where the claws gets the claws into the body. Shaz matil eres, then it's matil, it's eres, which I said, like with the check for it creates whether it's some sort of infection. It's hard to understand, but achopanim it starts, the behemoth starts dying. Hanetz yeshel drisa gimel. Hanetz yeshel drisa afilu ba'of godol mimenu. A hawk has drisa, even if it's a regular bird, a stork, I don't know, whatever, even bigger than it. Bilvachi min hadak keturim miyona, or even if it's bigger than it, but it has to be in hadak. A little bit tarnagola, it's not by a chicken. By small chickens there is drisa. B'shar oifes hadorsim, all the other birds of prey yeshem drisa. Of shakamosav, again, like animals, if it's shaveh of a loba of shu gadol mehem, not like so by a chasida or goose or things like that, it does not have drisa. Chutz bin hagash shakorim falcon sheisha drisa b'chol ha'ofos, because it's not a falcon has like a special attack. It's just like diving. It's a special type of bird. That's why you hunt with falcons, that has a special diving attack that it does do drisa. By the other birds, the other what it has, and the other thing it says is by a gas. There's the nates, and then there's the gas. The mission, which is a gas. Gas is a larger type of hawk. Eagle, it says by a nesher. It says kol sheken by a nesher would have how big the nesher is, will have drisa by a kol sheken by any bird, as the Rashi says, a lashon uster, which is some sort of larger bird, whatever. And Fia Indian depends, whatever that has drisa. Dalakol elu sharmana sheishem drisa bein im bain lahatzil nidras vimenu, and all these things that has drisa, whether bein im bain, even if some people are coming trying to save the animal, bein im bain lahatzilo. because it says that the predator gets angry, is more anger when someone's trying to save it, so it puts more focus on trying to kill it. Or whether or not it doesn't make a difference, it has intent to kill, it is treif. If a cat goes into a chicken coop, even though, well, a cat can attack, some can all shachatulim shalonahim b'nei tarbos, they're domesticated. If we don't see that it attacked any of the chickens, then we're not choshesh. We're not choshesh for that it attacked because it's domesticated. Vav ein Drusa ela biyad. Even if you domesticated the cat yourself, not just it was born, you could domesticate stray cats, and also unless you see and Mesamech on that. Vav ein Drusa.
If you see a lion walk through your chicken coop.
No, a lion's not a cat. A lion's not a cat.
I'm saying it's just about cats.
Only cats. Only cats. Other I don't know if there's that real domestication by. It says by in Choshen Mishpat they're not b'nei tarbus. Like the be'etzim they're not b'nei tarbus. You can't domesticate a lion.
No. I'm trying to notice. It sounds like unless you know that it didn't attack.
No, only by.
You assume that there's an attack.
Oh yeah. We'll see. That's later in the simon. Later in the simon we'll get to that stuff. Ein Drusa ela biyada b'tziporin. There's only Drusa only in the front paws. Of Darsa Baragla, often they're animals who rake with their back legs. Then we deal with the dinim of a kotz. Zion, Ein Drusa ela midasa doris. Drusa is only with intent of the predator of Shalom midaitoi, but it happened by accident. It fell on the animal, whatever. There's no intent, so therefore there's no Drusa. Ches, ein Drusa eli michayim shel doris, only if the doris is alive, v'nidras, and it doesn't intentionally, a getzad, v'shenat tzipor v'nidras, it attacked, it clawed it, v'ad shelahoitzi tziparno, before it took out the claw, humas adoris, they shot the predator, or chaschol yado, or they chopped the paw off, or shenishchat nidras, or right then a guy whips out his knife and shechs the nidras, raise a kosher. Remember, because the Gemara Chazal say that it's matil eres only when it removes its claw, not when it puts it in, but only when it removes it. That's what we saw. What happened? If an animal comes before us, a chicken comes and you see a cat claw stuck in it, because of Doras, that it was Doris, and then it did it the second time. You see, well, the claw didn't come out. It did it twice. Those who trap the birds, afilu shachtu on nidras kodem shehisit zipano also. That it attacks the animal many times before you stop it. We didn't see it attacking beforehand. When a hawk is chasing the other bird, it tries to knock it down before it actually sinks its claws in and tries to eat it. It gives it a smack and tries to knock it down. We'll stop. Turn over. I think